Must-see new LEGO leaks, Lord of the Rings, Zelda, Pokemon, and more. It's your weekly recap. From a $75 Sauron bust to a massive $650 Pokemon trio, these LEGO sets are what we need for our 2026 lineup. If you love finding out about the latest LEGO news before anyone else, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more LEGO leak content. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on what's coming next year. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Ganondorf Diorama. Starting strong with something that caught me completely off guard, we're getting another Zelda set. Set number 77093 is the Ocarina of Time Ganondorf Diorama, and honestly, I couldn't be more excited. This beauty packs 1,038 pieces and drops on March 1st, 2026. The best part? It's going to cost somewhere between $100 and $150, which is insane when you think about it. Remember that previous Zelda set that hit around $300? Yeah, this is way more accessible. What makes this even better is how LEGO's handling the Ocarina of Time storyline. Ganondorf is such an iconic villain, and seeing him get the diorama treatment is going to be epic. The piece count suggests we're getting serious detail here, not just a basic build. Pokemon, the biggest wave yet. Hold on to your wallets because Pokemon is taking over 2026 in a massive way. We're talking 20 retail sets plus 8 more that'll be either promos or brickheads. That's 28 Pokemon sets total. The rollout happens in 3 waves, one hitting late February, then 2 more during the summer. The February wave focuses on buildable Pokemon characters aimed at adult fans. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan myself, but I can already see diehard collectors going absolutely crazy for these. Pokemon Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander set. The absolute monster of the Pokemon line is set 72153, the Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander set. Brace yourselves for this one. 6,838 pieces for $650. That's releasing February 27th, 2026. Look, that's a serious investment, but when you break it down, you're getting the 3 original starter Pokemon in what's probably going to be massive, detailed builds. These aren't going to be small desk displays. We're talking about centerpiece builds that'll dominate any room. I would have loved to see some minifigure scale action instead, but big buildable characters make total sense for a set this size. Plus, I'm betting we'll see a buildable Pikachu show up in one of the other February releases. The February wave will probably be decent, but nothing groundbreaking since it's all about those buildable characters. The real excitement comes later in the year. Pokemon Smart Brick Battle System. Summer is where Pokemon gets absolutely wild. The summer waves introduce smart brick technology, just like we've seen with LEGO Mario. These Pokemon will actually battle each other. They've already teased Smart Play Pikachu's tail in official images, which tells us this isn't just wishful thinking, it's really happening. Interactive LEGO that responds in battles? That's next level stuff right there. I'm really hoping these summer sets include minifigures too. Imagine having Pokemon trainers alongside their battling Pokemon. That would make these sets absolutely perfect for both kids and adult fans. LEGO Icons Mystery January set. LEGO Icons has some serious surprises lined up. Set 11370 is still a mystery, but we know it's hitting January 1st with 2,593 pieces for $300. That price point and piece count suggests something substantial, probably not a vehicle, more likely a building or landmark. Icons has been killing it with their recent releases, so expectations are pretty high for whatever this turns out to be. LEGO Icons, the next modular building. Speaking of January 1st releases, we're getting the next modular building with set 11371. The rumors point to either a music store or furniture store priced somewhere between $230 and $280. Honestly, both options sound pretty solid. We've never really seen either concept done properly in the modular line. A music store would be incredibly cool. Imagine all the tiny instruments, vinyl records, and maybe even a small recording booth. That would definitely get my money. A furniture store could work too, showcasing LEGO's ability to create detailed miniature furniture pieces. Either way, we should see images around December, so the wait won't be too long. LEGO Icon's White Star Line ship returns. There's also chatter about another White Star Line ship joining Icons in 2026. That's pretty interesting news, especially considering how well the Titanic performed. White Star Line operated multiple famous ships, so there's definitely room for another historic vessel. Whether it's the Olympic, Britannic, or another ship entirely, it'll be another massive build that appeals to history buffs and LEGO fans alike. Lord of the Rings Sauron bust. Middle-earth fans, this one's for you. Set 11373 is the Lord of the Rings Sauron bust, and it's going to be the cheapest Lord of the Rings set ever at just $75 for 538 pieces, releasing in March 2026. That price seems really high for the piece count, which makes me think we're getting a Sauron minifigure included. Looking at the recent Marvel busts, Iron Man Mark IV and Iron Spider both came with minifigures. The upcoming Star Wars Yoda and Darth Vader bust sets are following the same pattern. A Sauron minifigure would be absolutely incredible. We've had generic Mordor orcs and Mouth of Sauron, but never the Dark Lord himself as a proper minifigure. That alone would justify the price point. Lord of the Rings Minas Tirith. The second Lord of the Rings set is going to blow everyone away. Minas Tirith is finally happening. Fans have been asking for this for absolute ages, and it's about time we get the White City as a proper LEGO set. Think about the quality we've seen with Rivendell and Barad-dûr. Both sets were absolutely stunning with incredible attention to detail. Minas Tirith could potentially beat Rivendell as the best Lord of the Rings LEGO set ever made. The White City has so many iconic elements. The multiple levels, the citadel on the top, the Great Gate, the Court of the Fountain. There's so much potential for an epic build that captures the grandeur of Gondor's greatest city. Speed Champions F1 movie car. LEGO Speed Champions is diving into movie territory with set 76252, the APX GP car from F1, the movie, releasing January 1st, 2026. I'm definitely picking this up since I collect all the movie-based Speed Champion sets. I've got the Fast and the Furious cars, the James Bond Aston Martin, and I'm planning to grab Lightning McQueen and the DeLorean too. The big question is whether we'll get a Brad Pitt minifigure. That would absolutely make this set and probably help it sell like crazy. Movie minifigures always generate serious buzz, especially when it's a major Hollywood star. New sports theme, F1 and football. LEGO's launching a brand new sports theme in 2026, focusing on F1 helmets and football sets. The first F1 helmet is going to be Lewis Hamilton's, which makes perfect sense given his status in the sport. We're getting quite a few F1 helmets throughout the year, which should appeal to Formula One fans who want to display their favorite drivers. The detail on LEGO helmet builds has gotten really impressive lately. Plus, it's about time Hamilton was first in something again, right? Sports theme, FIFA trophy, and stadium football. The football side gets even more interesting. There's a buildable FIFA trophy coming, which sounds pretty exciting for soccer fans worldwide. But the coolest concept is a buildable football that opens to reveal a micro-scale stadium inside. That's such a clever design idea. You get the iconic football shape, but it transforms into something completely different. I'm really hoping these football sets include detailed football player minifigures. LEGO could do amazing things with different team uniforms and maybe even some action poses. Brickhead's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Brickheads fans have plenty to look forward to in 2026. The TMNT Brickheads might be the most significant announcement. Remember how the original Ninja Turtle minifigure theme got cancelled? Getting TMNT back in Brickheads form could be the first step toward normal minifigure sets returning in the future. Sometimes LEGO tests the waters with smaller releases before committing to full themes. Brickheads Gremlins. Gremlins Brickheads tie in perfectly with the buildable Gizmo set coming from LEGO Ideas. Having multiple Gremlins products at once creates a nice little collection opportunity for fans of the movies. The contrast between cute Gizmo and the chaotic Gremlins should translate really well to the Brickheads format. Those big expressive eyes are perfect for this style. Brickheads Monsters Inc. This is the Brickhead set I'm most excited about personally. Monsters Inc. is one of my favorite Disney Pixar films, and I'm assuming we'll get Mike Wazowski and Sully as the pair. Mike's single eye design will be perfect for Brickheads, and Sully's blue fur texture should create some interesting building techniques. These characters have such distinct shapes that'll really work well in this format. Brickheads Lilo and Stitch Angel. Angel, the pink Stitch character from Lilo and Stitch, is getting the Brickheads treatment. This makes sense as a companion to previous Stitch releases, giving fans another character from that universe. Angel has a really distinct look that should translate well to Brickheads, especially with that pink coloring that'll make it stand out on any shelf. Brickheads Spider-Man. We're getting another Spider-Man Brickheads, and I'm betting it features a new suit design. LEGO's been revisiting the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies with recent sets, so it could be a suit from one of those films. There are so many Spider-Man suit variants that LEGO hasn't touched yet in Brickheads form. Whether it's the black suit, the Iron Spider, or something from the older movies, fans will probably be happy with whatever they choose. LEGO Ideas Retailer Exclusive Mystery Set. LEGO Ideas is getting interesting with set 21365, a retailer exclusive releasing January 1st. The rumors suggest it's either the Lovebird set or Snoopy's Campfire. I'm really hoping for Snoopy's Campfire. There's something charming about that concept that would make a perfect LEGO set. Plus, Peanuts has such a nostalgic appeal that crosses generations. LEGO always modifies the original fan submissions to make them work for retail, so whatever we get will probably be different from the original Ideas submission, but hopefully in good ways. LEGO Ideas Floating Sea Otter. Set 21366 releases in March and is rumored to be the Floating Sea Otter set. That sounds absolutely adorable and would make a great display piece. Sea otters are naturally cute, and LEGO's ability to capture animals in brick form has gotten really impressive. This could be one of those sets that appeals to people who don't normally buy LEGO just because it's so charming. Seasonal sets, Love Letter and Fortune Master. 2 new seasonal sets are confirmed, 40867, the Love Letter set, and 40864, the Fortune Master set. Seasonal sets are always fun little builds that capture specific holidays or occasions. These smaller sets are perfect for trying out new building techniques or just having something quick and satisfying to build. They usually hit that sweet spot of being affordable and still interesting. LEGO City Recycling Truck. LEGO City continues expanding with set 60495, the Recycling Truck. City sets might not be the flashiest, but they're the backbone of LEGO's lineup. A recycling truck fits perfectly in LEGO's push towards more environmentally conscious themes. Kids can learn about recycling while playing, which is exactly the kind of educational value LEGO does best. LEGO Creator Space Exploration Telescope. Finally, LEGO Creator is releasing Set 31378, a space exploration telescope. Creator 3-in-1 sets always offer great value since you get multiple building options. A telescope could transform into several space-related builds, maybe a satellite, space station, or even a rocket. That versatility makes Creator sets perfect for kids who like to rebuild and experiment. Looking at everything coming in 2026, LEGO is really pushing boundaries. From interactive Pokemon battles to massive Lord of the Rings builds, there's something for every type of fan. The variety is incredible whether you're into movies, video games, sports, or just classic LEGO building. Next year has you covered. The pricing spread is pretty wide too, from $75 busts to $650 mega sets. That gives everyone a chance to participate in these new releases, regardless of budget. What excites me most is seeing LEGO experiment with new technology, like the Smart Brick Battle System. When LEGO combines traditional building with modern interactive features, magic happens. The Mario sets prove this concept works, and applying it to Pokemon battles could be even better. 2026 is going to be an expensive year for LEGO fans, but based on everything we're seeing, it'll be totally worth it. Which sets are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more LEGO news and reviews. Until next time, keep building.